Hi again guys, back with another unboxing from my latest order from icebay.com. This is the final puzzle out of the box here. You can see it's another WitEden mix-up cube. This time it's the 4x4 version. If you saw my recent unboxing, I also just got a 3x3 version of the same puzzle. These are things I've wanted for quite some time and finally got around to buying them. They were a nice price on icebay.com, the cheapest I've seen them I think. So the only difference really between this and the 3x3 mix-up cube is the centre layers are split into two. So as well as being able to do the normal 45-degree turns on the centre layers to split up the edges and inner edges and swap the edges and centre pieces around, just like you can on a regular mix-up cube. The WitEden and Oscar's mix-up cube I should say. You can do like a 4x4 turn. So of course that means you can just turn one of those layers 45 degrees and then do a turn. Now I'm seeing immediately that there's a slight problem with that, and that's that as soon as you've done one 45-degree turn, because these edges aren't split in the middle, I can no longer turn that way, so that bandages that, so that's interesting. So obviously you're going to have to scramble it without shape shifting to begin with to get everything split up around the 4x4 centres and 4x4 edges. So that'll be the first order of business when you're scrambling this puzzle, because like I say, as soon as if I do a 45-degree turn, I then can no longer separate any pieces from each other around that centre layer. So that's definitely the way to go, just like with cuboids and things, scramble it without bandaging it first. But yeah, I've no idea how difficult this puzzle is to solve. I've deliberately avoided really information about it over the last year or so since these puzzles have been available, to avoid any spoilers. So yeah, let's just scramble this one up as well, and I'll go away and give it a try. Once again, the turning quality of this is excellent. There's a slight catchiness, like there was on the 3x3 one, but nothing major. Considering the complexity of the mechanism, I think it really does feel like high quality puzzle. Like this is why people were a bit disappointed with the Camouflage Cube series from WitEden, because all their puzzle series before that had been such superb quality that it was a little bit of a letdown quality wise, whereas this is it just oozes quality. You can feel straight away as soon as it's out of the box, you know you've got a good quality puzzle in your hands, well made, well put together, using good quality materials. So yeah, this really does feel good. Right then, I think we're about there on the non-shape-shifted scramble. Obviously at this point you can't actually separate the inner edges and the outer edges. You can only do that with the shape-shifting. So let's start with that. We'll do a single layer 45-degree turn. Oh, of course I'm trying to actually no, that's a bad idea, because I actually can't separate anything after that, so that doesn't work at all, does it? Just This doesn't scramble as much as I expected it would because of this bandaging. I thought I would be able to separate pieces a lot more than I actually seem to be able to at the moment. It could be that I see, so if I turn those to align everything, then I can move things more freely. Of course, that makes more sense. Okay. Well, no, it's not always going to work, but yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to scramble it as much as I expected, as I said, but oh well. That's going to be the part of the fun of the puzzle, is learning exactly what works and what doesn't, what can be done, what can't. and figuring out exactly where it needs to be to turn is, when it's in its scrambled state, is not entirely obvious either, because there's lots of small pieces around. So I'm just trying to get all the inner edges and outer edges split up from each other once again. This green and orange and yellow section here isn't done. Yeah, this looks very cool when it's scrambled state, doesn't it? Quite a mess, quite a challenging looking mess. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I'm going to call that scrambled. So yeah, I'll go away, try and give it a solve, and get back to you with my thoughts later on. Thanks very much for watching. Okay then, so as you can see, I've got the 4x4 Mixup Plus solved again now. A challenging puzzle, not impossibly difficult sort of thing, but definitely a tough one. I definitely learned a lot from solving the 3x3 Mixup first. Sorry, the 3x3 Mixup Plus. I must make sure I use the right one, because 3x3 Mixup is a different puzzle entirely. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot from solving the 3x3 Mixup Plus first. There's definite parts of that you transfer to this, but obviously there's more to it as well. Getting things initially into a state where you can turn everything is not horrendously difficult, but it's certainly something that's added to the solve that you don't get on the 3x3 Mixup Plus, because of the bandaging that I talked about with when you get a half turn on the centre layers. It blocks certain turns. All the pairing went okay after I had a bit of a revelation. It took me a while to kind of figure out exactly what I could do slightly differently to the 3x3 to be able to do it, pairing the inner edges in a similar way but not exactly the same. Suddenly had a little bit of a kind of eureka moment, and off I went. It took a lot longer to solve this one, and then I got down to the final 2 or 3 inner edges, and I had a bit of a headache. I've sat here for about an hour and a half trying to figure those out. Finally, again, once I'd had a little bit of a revelation, and once I'd got that, it was plain sailing. The one different thing about this is the parity situation. Because it's basically a 4x4, the parities are a lot easier to sort out than they are on the 3x3 Mixup Plus, because you can use regular 4x4 algorithms. So that's something at least that's different as well. But I never noticed that before, the little uncapped pieces there. You don't notice that while turning it. I think it's because they've got the little bars across, but yeah. Once again, a great turning puzzle overall. It's definitely broken in while I've been solving it, and become excellent turning considering the complexity. There's some tiny little lockups, but you know, you've got very tiny pieces on this, so that's to be expected, I think. But yeah, it's a great little puzzle. Both of these I'm very happy with that I've had today, the 3x3 and the 4x4 Mixup. I will try and get the other versions of these puzzles as well, because they're clearly a lot of fun. I enjoyed solving these two immensely, working these out. As I said earlier, on the 3x3 I need to sort out the parities, but this, I think I've pretty much got it figured out now, so I will obviously give it another couple of solves. Now I think I know what I'm doing, and yeah, huge amount of fun, and definitely recommend these puzzles. As I said, I got this from icebay.com. I think this is the cheapest I've seen these particular puzzles. If I remember correctly, $28. So yeah, good value for money, free shipping, and reliable service. If it did take a little bit long to come, but oh well, I'm not too worried about something taking a little bit longer. Alright then guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye.